Are you prepared for the worst case scenario that our world economy can crash? According to one
Ray
of the
Dalio,
biggest investors who often talks about global economy and the crisis that gripped the world market, he states that we need to prepare for the worst case scenario, and in economic history that even our second stimulus check will not save the economy. According to our New York Times, the economic crash that may happen due to the coronavirus will be more sharper and more steeper than when it happened in 1929, when the Great Depression happened. So if what will happen, the economy were to collapse, it would happen so quickly. No one can predict it. Banks will close, credit will stop, demand will outstrip supply for food and gas, and water and electricity may not be available. So no one really is sure what will happen, if it will be just an economic crisis. No one can really know for sure. Be a collapse. They're saying a collapse happened back in 2008. It wasn't as bad as a crisis can be that was in 1930s. So people will survive only by knowledge and by being prepared. To understand the basics, is happening, they will be able to know what to do. So number one, crisis. You need to understand the basics of economic concepts. The first sign of economic crash is a stock market crash that can cause a recession. Number two, be prepared. We already talked about being prepared with food and water and supplies. It's the same thing when this crashes. If it does, it probably will happen in November or so. We need to be prepared with all the basics, so you won't be running around looking for things. And number three is just basic skills. Just have basic skills, like starting a fire, like cooking for yourself, like living off the land, all the basics that you can try to do. Like, I know a lot of people don't even know how to make bread. A lot of people don't even know how to get food for themselves. They don't have an axe. So it's just basic things that are survival skills that are good to know and to have. So the last one is just being aware of your surroundings. Just understand what they're going through. Know your neighbor, and if needed, help each other. Helping each other and being friendly to each other is the best way to survive. So hopefully I'm just talking to the wind and nothing will happen in November, which will be amazing. We'll just survive our pandemic, we'll be happy, fine, we'll go back to work. But just in case something like this does happen, we'll be prepared. So my goal in life is to prepare you, to improve your life, and so you know and understand that possibly the second stimulus check will not survive the economic collapse, because it will still come, it will still happen to us. But if not, great. So number 5 is a bonus step that may apply to Christians. It may apply to anyone who knows God. Basically, when we know that something may happen, God gives us wisdom to prepare. If you're not sure what will happen, you can always seek the word of the Lord and have Him guide His face into His ways. Because God will never do anything. He will never never let anything happen unless He kind of warns His people. So whatever happens, this through God's control, it is all God will have everything on His hands. No matter what happens, God loves us and He will protect us as Christians, as people who love God. So I'm not worried about this. I'm not concerned. I just want to be prepared in my heart, and I know that so. So it may, even if nothing happens, it's good to pray about it. So God, maybe some way we can even not be affected by this, by anything that's going on in this world. Advice would be to pray, so to seek guidance from Jesus, to see what He has to say for us, and to trust Him to guide us and keep us safe. Thanks for watching.